So Ian John Lewis, the judge who scored the Josh Taylor-Jack Catterall fight 114-111 in favor of Taylor, has been downgraded by the British Boxing Board of Control. So the details here are, it says this is a statement from the British Boxing Board of Control. It says, following an internal review of the scoring of the Josh Taylor-Jack Catterall contest by all three appointed judges, the stewards and the board decided to call Mr. Ian John Lewis to appear before them to explain his returned card. Having considered Mr. Ian John Lewis's explanation, the stewards of the board decided to downgrade Mr. John Lewis from an A-star class to an A-class official. While the board was satisfied that Mr. John Lewis's scorecard did not affect the overall result of the contest, the stewards of the board did have issue with his margin. As the regulatory body for the sport in Great Britain, the British Boxing Board of Control continued to improve and maintain the high quality and consistency in scoring by our licensed officials. As such, the stewards of the board have further decided that in addition to each A-star class official being evaluated after each bout, as per current procedure, they will now also be subject to a separate individual annual review. Finally, the British Boxing Board of Control have contacted the WBO, WBC, IBF and WBA supporting Jack Catterall to be made mandatory challenger for each or all of the sanctioning bodies, So there you go, people. That's the action that the British Boxing Board of Control have taken. And so I was wondering what the British board can actually do, because ultimately it's the sanctioning bodies, right? It's the alphabet organizations that decide who gets a rematch for their titles. The British board have simply downgraded their ref from an A-star ref to a A-grade ref, whatever that means. I don't know exactly what that means. And they have recommended that the WBO, WBC, IBF and WBA make Jack Catterall a mandatory, but that's just a recommendation. They don't really have any power over any of these sanctioning bodies. These sanctioning bodies are going to do what they want. I guess it's like an endorsement. I guess it's like them supporting Jack Catterall officially in his pursuit of trying to become mandatory for any or all of these belts again, and therefore get a rematch or whatever the case may be. But yeah, as I suspected, or as I've always known it in boxing, it's not the local board in a world title fight that's going to be ordering rematches. It's the sanctioning bodies, the world sanctioning bodies. The local commission can only recommend or throw their weight behind a particular rematch or whatever, or having a decision overturned. I'm not aware that they can do that themselves, you know. That's not something I'm aware of, but perhaps the influence that they have will help Jack Catterall in some way. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.